Good morning, campers. Welcome to the Cut the Camera podcast. I am Nicholas Sturniolo.
I am Matt.
I'm Chris.
And we are together the
Chris.
Sturniolo Triplets. And this is our podcast, the Cut the Camera podcast. Today we are going to be talking about the life as triplets. I feel like that's been the number one staple in our life. It is the perfect way to segue into a podcast as existing content creators because, it's the truth. We all know it in and out really well. And that's going to be the topic of interest today.
Cut the Camera being the podcast theme and just life behind camera and whatnot. This is a good topic for new viewers that are curious about what it is like as triplets.
Yeah.
And our other viewers from our other channel that are existing that want to know deeper about who we are. And
yeah, we're starting it off as if the number one question is who the fuck are those guys?
Yes.
And here's our answer. Welcome to that.
Yes.
First topic, we are going to be talking about just simply looking alike and what that means for you, Chris.
For me,
looking alike, what is that about being a triplet? We look alike. That's the number one thing in my mind.
mm-hmm.
People are like, oh, what is it like being a triplet is the overall question. And then I feel like looking alike our entire childhood and our entire life has led us to so many different things.
I agree.
You know what I mean?
Fully. Yeah. I feel like, honestly, I feel like we don't look alike. Just for me, personally, growing up with you guys for 19 years now, almost 20, which makes me want to hurl. I feel so old. But, when us three are together, I literally can, pinpoint the exact differences between us.
Well,
and
I think that people are always like, you look so much alike, but that's someone who says that is someone who's known us for literally 24 hours. Even our viewers, I don't think have ever had a problem with telling us apart. I think that, meeting new people, they're always like, oh my God, who's who? But I think genuinely spending one day with us, you'll be able to tell the difference.
People also don't understand that, our odds on telling each other apart are,
significantly higher.
People get confused that, we know who each other are.
How can you tell your brothers apart?
I remember someone literally asking me, how do you tell your brothers apart? And I'm like, well, my odds are 50-50 and everyone else's are 33-33-33.
Yeah, your odds are 50-50 and you've known the other two for about 19
years. And I know myself.
I could tell you guys apart by, with my eyes shut, how fast you walk down the flight of stairs.
I agree.
Yeah, but I've also, another thing that's crazy is we're literally triplet siblings and people say we look like all the time. But I've seen literal, pairs of best friends that look more alike than we do to each other.
I agree.
Anyways, Matt, bring us to something.
Okay, I think, with looking alike that topic, I wrote down one of the funny experiences that I think growing up, looking alike affected, I don't know what I'm saying here, but
it's okay.
Just funny stories, one time in the kitchen, if our mom is making dinner, and Nick's in the living room, and she's making me dinner. So she's making me SpaghettiOs, right? I love SpaghettiOs as a kid.
Dude, weirdo,
okay.
Gross
I
kid.
Did. And imagine she finishes cooking the SpaghettiOs. I'm standing right next to her, and she screams, "Matt, come get your SpaghettiOs!" But I'm right there. It's dude, it's I'm already
It's just
here
so funny. With
spaghetti.
mom and dad, it's so different because they know us apart so well. But God help them, with mom especially, I could be right next to mom and she's just gonna list every other kid but
I think
me.
that's a mom thing. That's just having kids in general. I was on the phone with mom the other day and we were talking for a half hour and she was walking our dog and then she went into the house and she was on the phone with me here in LA and she was like, come on, Nick, come on. And I'm like, what are you talking about? And she's like, Trevor, won't go inside. And I'm like, well, you're calling him my name, so no wonder he's not going in the house.
Or when she calls you the dog.
Yeah,
the other way around.
I love mom.
Yeah, that's funny.
That's just so funny.
Another thing is bro, every single time we get noticed in public, not by our fans, by legitimate strangers, I feel like they never say oh, are you guys triplets? It's always twins.
It's always twins,
which is so weird to me.
I feel like
it's bro, it's obvious we're not twins.
I feel like people they always ask, oh, are you two twins? Instead of straight up oh, are you guys triplets? Because it's way more reasonable that there's twins. But triplets just seems too unreasonable to
It's
assume.
so funny, bro. People they literally look at all three of us and be like, oh my God, you guys are twins.
Yeah, but I also
you can also tell it's 100% the reasonable thing. They definitely ask if there's twins simply because it's more reasonable. Because I see people look at us and know that we're triplets and want to ask it, but they just seem you can see that they will feel stupid asking if we're triplets out loud just because of the odds are so low.
Yeah, and I think that was also a really funny part of just like being in public all the time and like
Mhm.
being seen as us three like walking through places. Because like the other day when we were going to Boa and we saw the twins get out of the car and you were like, oh my god, twins.
No, that shit threw me off because there was a car
it's-
in front of us, and this dude gets out, and he's driving the car, and then someone dressed exactly like him gets out on the passenger side of the car, and I thought like I was tripping because I thought that the dude had like gotten out and then like ran around the car
Yeah.
and like got out again. So that's
But,
why
like,
I was just confused.
It's funny because like that was like the first time that we saw twins and like you were like,
And I was like, oh shit.
oh, and then like
these are
we
twins.
don't realize that like every day walking through like Target or just going out in public, people must always look at us like, holy shit. Like,
Yeah.
there's three of the same person right there.
Imagine if we dressed alike head to toe.
No.
I don't want to
Yeah,
imagine
I'm
that.
not
I'm not
imagining
gonna
that.
actually.
Our mom did so good at like separating. I almost said
Yeah,
with
my
a
mom
B.
separated
Yeah.
us really, really
Separating
well
us.
with like she gave us specific colors, which ironically are either our like favorite or least favorite colors like to
Mhm.
this day.
Yeah.
Like my mom kind of assigned us colors. Like our mom was really, really good at keeping us individuals right away because
Yeah.
right, like another thing that's crazy is like when you have triplet kids, like when we were younger, we looked exactly the same.
Exactly.
My
You
mom
see
used
that
to
in The
have my mom
Grinch.
used to like get us clothes or like I feel like it was like sometimes like her friends like who were just like so amazed that she had triplets like getting her gifts. We had a lot of clothes with our names on.
Every single shirt that we had our names on it.
Yeah.
It was so funny.
That shit
really,
was
really
classic.
great.
I love it, honestly. I think it was hard.
I do too.
No, I love those.
The built-in nickname on the shirt.
Well, our
like,
outfits
I
were just
agree.
like absolutely top tier when we were children. But anyways, we're gonna move on. We're gonna talk about things we hate about being triplets.